Hey there, this is Vinith from Bioinformatics. In this video, we are going to understand the local alignment problem and learn how we can solve any local alignment problem using Smith-Waterman algorithm. So, without further ado, let's get started. Before proceeding into this video, I highly recommend you to watch our video on global alignment for a better understanding of this topic. Local alignment is a sequence alignment technique in which we align regions having highest similarities between two sequences, that is, the stretches of the sequences with highest density of matches. This is suitable for more divergent sequences that are partially similar and have conserved regions between the sequences. Smith-Waterman algorithm is the most common local alignment algorithm. The Smith-Waterman algorithm comes under the dynamic programming. In dynamic programming, we take a problem, break it into smaller and simpler sub-problems, and after solving those sub-problems, we get the solution of the original problem. A typical dynamic programming algorithm, including Smith-Waterman, contains three general steps that are initialization, matrix spelling, and traceback. We have a detailed video on global alignment and Needleman-Wunsch. If you haven't watched it yet, please click on the I button to get a basic idea about the working of this algorithm. Basically, the Smith-Waterman algorithm is pretty much similar to the Needleman-Wunsch algorithm. The main difference is that all the negative values we get during the matrix preparation become zero in Smith-Waterman algorithm. As in case of global alignment algorithm, we are also going to provide the rewards and penalties. In this case, we are taking 1 as matching reward and -1 and -2 for mismatch and gap penalties respectively. So let's begin the initialization step. In this example, we are going to align two sequences locally that are ATGCT and AGCT. So, similar to the global alignment method, we need to create a matrix of m+1 and n+1 dimension. I strongly recommend you to watch our video on global alignment to understand the matrix building process more thoroughly. So, let's start. As we know, we start the initialization step from the upper left cell. We start from 0 and moves along the first row and first column. And while moving, we add gap penalty to each step. Like while proceeding along the first row, we take the value 0 from the left and add gap penalty of -2 to it. And we will get -2. Similarly, we will again take -2 and add gap penalty of -2 to it again. And we will get -4. Then -6, -8, -10, and so on. Similarly, we will proceed along the first column also, and we get -2, -4, -6, -8, and so on. Hopefully you get the point. But as we have already known, in this case of Smith-Waterman, all the negative values will become 0. So after changing the negative values to 0, we will get this. Now we can proceed to our next step, that is the matrix filling step. So here also we consider the left, the diagonal, and the upper neighbor. As in global alignment, any vertical and horizontal movement is for indels and introduce gap penalty, and diagonal movement is for possible substitution, so maybe a mismatch or a match. So in this case, we will start from the left neighbor, that is 0. So we take the value 0, and for the horizontal movement we will add gap penalty to it. So we get -2. Now we keep the value noted. Similarly, for the upper neighbor, we will take 0 and add gap penalty to it and note the final value. And finally, we take the diagonal neighbor. In this case, it is 0. Now, we have to check if the corresponding basis with respect to the cell matches or not. In this case, these are A and A, so it is a match. And hence we will add the matching reward to 0, so we will get 1. Now, as we know, in this case of Smith-Waterman, all the negative values become 0. So, -2 and -2 become 0 and 0. Among 0, 0 and 1, 1 is maximum, so we will take 1 and put it into the cell. Now we will proceed to the next box. Here the neighbors are 1, 0 and 0. First we take the left neighbor, that is 1. Add gap penalty to it and we will get -1. Again note it down. Then we move to the upper neighbor, that is 0. By adding gap penalty to it, we will get -2. And finally to the diagonal neighbor. Now again we have to check if it is a match or a mismatch. In this case, these are A and T, so this is a mismatch. So we will introduce a mismatch penalty to it and the value become -1. And as you know, all the negative values become 0. So we will get 0, 0 and 0. So we will take 0 and put 0 in the cell. It will be a very long video if I try to fill all the cells. I believe you can fill all these cells by yourself by using the techniques we have discussed. After getting the complete matrix filled, we will proceed to the next step, that is the traceback. The traceback step in the local alignment is far more simpler and straightforward than that of global alignment. We just have to choose the highest values that are greater than 1 in the matrix and move up to 0, and each arrow of movement corresponds to aligned faces. Here, in our problem, we start from the highest value, that is 3. Then we move to 2 and we will get T aligned. Similarly, we will go to 1 from 2 and we will get C. Finally, from 1 to 0 and we will get G. So our local motif is GCT. And here are the locally aligned sequences. Hopefully, this video helped you to understand the local alignment technique. If you have any doubt, you can post your doubts in the comment section below. Again, you can also submit your doubts in our Google form. The link is in the description. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified about our new videos. Please like the video and comment what you think about us. This will motivate us to work harder. This is Beneath, and as always, thanks for watching.